But we're out of health because of that stupid wyvern that we had to... or wyvern that we had to fight. A pile of dirt has been removed from the hole in the ground. It looks like high-quality topsoil. Someone has dug a large hole here. Perhaps there will be a bush or a small tree. I didn't notice that yesterday. I wonder if I can pick up some of this dirt. You never know when a dirt might be useful. That's a dirty job that you don't particularly need to do at the moment. And it's getting late in the game. It's night time. So can we now rest here? I mean, in the first game you're gonna sleep in Irana's peace. It was a good place to go to rest for free. Didn't need to pay in the inn. But the problem is that you don't have food available. So that's why you have the rations with you. Still have 6. Avocado garlic sandwiches. Yes! Good. I was hoping for it. Sleep until morning. And turn on lights. Okay. You feel the sensation of floating freely in a swirling cloud of magic. You are warm and safe, surrounded by the sound of peaceful beauty. Didn't know that beauty is a sound. You feel as if you were suddenly totally alive. You can remember every happy moment of your past, taste every favorite sensation, hear all the colors of the universe. Somebody's tripping balls if they can hear all the colors. This is the true joy of living. No, this is LSD. If you ask me. I guess because we're magic users, suddenly you find yourself trapped by darkness. Okay, that's not a good sign. You cannot breathe. The darkness is tearing the warmth, life, and magic from your body. So sleeping here was a bad idea? Pain, the agony of lungs without air, the burning cold of a body trapped in ice, the terror of helplessness as death approaches. You float, cold and lifeless. We all float down here. You awaken as the sun begins to rise. Okay. Arise, Sir Robin. Arise. You wake in a cold sweat. You remember every detail of the nightmare as though it had really happened to you. Huh. Curiouser and curiouser. Can we now eat one of these? As you approach the improved vanishes, must be the low-calorie kind. I think I need to fetch them, instead of just picking them up with my hand. I mean, this is a magical place after all, so... would make sense. Take a drink of the cool water, it tastes like wild strawberries. I'm sure I don't need to eat right now. I'm just gonna go check if the fruit has returned to the tree, yeah. Okay, let's try this then. Fetch. You didn't manage to fetch anything. I guess I was aiming too low. Your magical lasso floats towards the tree and plucks a single ripe fruit from its branches. Awesome. Didn't get any points, but mana fruit. This unusual looking fruit came from the tree in Irana's garden. You sense a tingling sensation from the magical energy stored in it. So, can I get more than one? Because I get the feeling that might be a mana restoring item. So if I can... oh. I guess it's 1 per day. I get the feeling that fruit is something if I eat it, I restore my mana. Which is a good thing. It's a good thing after all. Large cities and stupid stuff. I thought that would be a hole in the tree. Alrighty then. Let's go back into town because I had the idea of talking to the innkeeper. I never talked to him much of anything. Then we go explore the forest some more. There's a lot of places that we haven't been to. What's coming? Where is it coming from? Hello, a bunny. How about you take a bit of this? That didn't hit. How about you take a piece of this? Or not. Well, at least the rabbits are easy to kill. There's absolutely nothing in the little rabbit's fanny pack. Except for a broken pocket watch. Again. Alrighty. What if LSD is the joy of living? That would be the definition of better living through chemistry. Night of the Lepus. They're not big enough. It's not big enough for being a Lepus. That rabbit should be the toughest opponent. Yep. Not in this game, though. I think I've lost myself. I have no idea where I'm going right now. Although now I think I know where I am. My voice is breaking. I'm gonna be having a horrible voice today. Being feeling a little sickly. So expect me to be coughing a bit every now and then. Yeah, now I know where I am. Just a little bit of a cold going on, you know. That type of thing. Are the plushies of the secret killer rabbit mob from Minecraft? No, because the killer rabbit mob, as far as I know, is a mod. Not a real thing in Minecraft. Well, that might be a very rare occasion that it appears. I don't remember if it's a mod or a real thing in Minecraft. But I haven't seen any plushies of that. I've seen only a regular bunny plushie. I think it was a brown bunny. Still you remain. It is a wonder you have managed to live so long. It's a miracle that you managed to talk so long. Hey there, Saradank. You played this a game. You have played this a game. King's Quest with fights. Well, it is a Sierra game after all, so. So you are back. Let's talk to the man. So tell me about your inn. This inn used to do a steady business before the swamp had prevented traders and tourists from coming. Now we mostly make our money off of food and drink. Not much still going around here. Tell me about the castle. The castle was once that of the boyar. Now we do not know who lives there. How about the townspeople? Besides the ones that come in here in the evening, there are quite a few others. You probably have met the shopkeeper, the gravedigger, and the burgomeister. Then there's Nikolai and that crazy Dr. Cranium. Tell me about Nikolai. He is the harmless old man who wanders around looking for his dead wife. It must be a shame to grow old all alone. Dead wife, you say? Dr. Cranium. Dr. Cranium came to Moldavia several years before the swamp closed off the pass. No one knows much about him, but no one trusts him. It is rumored that he conducts strange experiments. The shopkeeper? The shopkeeper knows everything that goes on in this town. She also makes a delicious avocado and garlic sandwich, which she sells as rashes. Yeah, delicious. Debatable. The burgomeister keeps to himself and lives in his office. Nice backstory. The gravedigger is a strange one. He is a good carver of tombstones and digger of graves, though. Well, otherwise he wouldn't be a gravedigger now, would he? Tell me about the forest. I know little of the forest, for I seldom leave my inn. You should speak with the Burgomeister. Perhaps he can tell you more about it. I don't think he wants to tell me more about it. Any rumors? I do not gossip.
Oh, you seem like the type that would.
Fine. I'll just say goodbye. The innkeeper nods at you.
Hey, Mark! Hello, Mark! Marky, 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 Mark.
Still you remain. It's a wonder you have managed to live so long.
Are you gonna be saying that every time I come to the screen?
Doesn't spawn naturally anymore, but can be created with console commands or something like that. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's not a regular thing. But they've added so many new mobs in the game anyway, so... having that rabbit would be a bit too much. Just like Hero Brian. I was supposed to sit on a chair and see if I could get some breakfast.
Breakfast.
Yay, breakfast. Nothing like breakfast to get you off to a good start in the morning, especially when everything's laced with garlic. Garlic will certainly get you going. It's healthy. You're in the Hotel Moldavia. Good thing that it's not a this is not Moldavia. Because if we were in Moldavia, we would be against a much greater force, you know. And we certainly would know who would live in the castle. If this was Moldavia. Ah, the Burgomaster is gone. Can we actually... I should go talk to the storekeeper. Cats.
Back again so soon. What have you heard lately?
Well, we could tell you that I met with the Lady of the Lake. Greet, Olga.
So you haven't been eaten yet. Well, see how long you last, traipsing out everywhere when you should be staying in this nice, safe town.
It's not my job. My job is to go on adventures. I'm a hero. Tell Olga about what you've been doing in Moldavia.
Be sure and keep me informed. I need to know everything that goes on around here. Someone's got to have a clue after all.
You're right about that. Tell me more about it. Goods for sale?
Let me see, what could you use? Well, besides my regular items like brooms and pans, I really don't have that much anymore for adventurers like yourself. I do have some lovely sandwiches you can use for rations and garlic. Of course, you will need garlic. I've also got some oil you can use to keep weapons and armor from rusting. If you like sweets, I've got some yummy homemade candy, although the garlic-flavored ones have all been purchased by now. I'll have to make up some more. Oh, and a shopping bag for to carry things in. I have a couple of those left.
Tell me about the candy.
The 3 twists of candy will cost you just 5 kopecks. The kids love them.
I haven't seen any kids.
Garlic is a must-have item. It's just 25 kopecks for a bulb, and it will add flavor to any food.
Storekeeper looks around nervously for a moment and continues.
Some say garlic also has medicinal protective properties.
What about the trail rations?
My husband always say I make the most interesting sandwiches. They're very good for you, and I only charge 50 kopecks each for them.
What about the shopping bag?
The shopping bag costs 50 kopecks. It is very useful for carrying your purchases or other large things.
Maybe I should buy one.
A flask of household oil will cost you 100 kopecks. It's good for door squeaks and can also be used to loosen up rusty wagon wheels.
Maybe I should get one just in case, you know.
I can sell you a very nice large pie pan for 250 kopecks.
I have always admired a man who can cook. Don't be looking at me, lady. Dare I ask what other flavors she has? Plentiful. Cat and albatross. Just found out police have arrested a 6th person in connection with that video. They've also searched the property where it was recorded. Good. Hopefully they have now arrested all the people who were a part of that. Small hand broom.
You can purchase the hand broom for 350 kopecks. I'm sure you'll really clean up with it.
Something else. Tell me about rumors.
What would you like to know about?
The innkeeper?
Yuri has been the same since his daughter was stolen away 2 years ago. Gypsies took her, I told him so. Never listens to me though. He's not doing much business at the inn either, except for those lazy excuses for farmers that hang out there and an occasional visitor he'd go broke.
What about the Borgov family?
The Borgovs used to live in the castle north of town. The last Borgov was said to have disappeared under suspicious circumstances. However, no one seems to know just what happened to him.
Vampires?
Vampires, is it? There's talk that those strangers up in Castle Borgov are never seen by day and can't abide the smell of good gold garlic. If you are going to do any wandering outside town, make sure that you have some garlic with you, just in case.
I do have. Old man?
Old Nikolai has been crazy for years. Never could get over the loss of his wife Anna. It's been years since Anna's been gone, before I even was married. Lost in the woods she was, and eaten by something terrible, so it said. They were such a happy couple. Now Nikolai is gone, just crazier than a chicken with its head cut off.
Sorry to hear that.
Tell me more about the whole area. This isn't a bad place to settle down, you know. You could easily earn a living farming here. That certainly has more job security than adventuring, after all.
That's what you think. I like that face that she had there, like, Arr! So let's buy some equipment. Let's buy the oil flask. Just in case. I still got 11 crowns, so I can buy everything. Buy the pan. Buy the shopping bag. And buy the broom. Because why not? Yeah, one more ration. Alright. Say goodbye.
Do you take care? Don't want to see your funeral. I do hate to walk to the cemetery.
Don't we all?
As my lost husband used to say, may all your travels lead somewhere.
Thanks. I guess. Apparently the whole vampires disliking garlic thing was started by Bram Stoker just because he hated garlic himself. That I did not know. I have an idea for this place. Now that we have the broom, I wonder if we can use it to clean this place up. Pie pan. This is a metal pie pan tin. A metal pie tin. Perfect for fruit pies. Broom. This is a small hand broom suitable for light cleanup tasks. You'd have had to be here earlier to dust in time. This place is too far gone for that. Well, at least I tried. Seemed like we could be able to, you know, do that. Oil. The container's label reads Squeaky Greaser trademark. I could train for a little while to get my strength up. Although my strength is quite good right now. Intelligence, vitality. We're pretty good otherwise. Excuse me. Cannot hold no more saved files. Fine. Replace. Replace it with into the cancel. There's an indentation near the middle of the shadow door. It looks like a set of 6 curved spokes radiating out from the central point. Ooh, I do have that thing.
Bad place, very bad place. Go away, you'll be very sorry.
Tell me, Igor, do you know more about this place here? Adventurers Guild?
Which Adventurers Guild? No adventures, no guild.
What about the town?
Town Moldavia. This north part of town.
What about work?
This day job. Also work graveyard shift. Ah, little graveyard humans there.
Grave digging?
Igor dig graves in cemetery. Igor put that person in grave. Igor covered that person with dirt. Igor put headstone on grave. Plenty job security around here. Business is piling up. Ah, little graveyard humor there.
Great humor. Rumors?
Igor not hear rumors. Igor not know stranger in town. Igor not know doctor make strange things in lab. Igor not know funny man in not funny. Igor not know many things. Igor not hear many things.
Sounded like to me that you have learned a lot about this stuff. Monastery.
Bad building. No go there. Bad, bad, bad.
But I wanna go there.
You can't stop me.
I'm a hero. Nobody ever listened to Igor.
That Hectopus. Oh yeah, Hectopus, not a sextopus. Hectopus has had the munchies ever since it got stoned. Fortunately for it, but not for you, it occasionally gets its meals delivered right to the door. Apparently we were a seafood snack. Okay, since it says that it has indentations near the middle of the shadow door, maybe we need to use the item on it first. Well, let's go through all the chatter with Igor first. So I want to get our communication skill up. And the only way to get that up is by talking, after all. Yeah, all that great humor and you didn't hear anything. Enough already. Let's make a save here. And try this item on the monastery door.
Bad place, very bad place. Go away, you'll be very sorry.
But I have this item. You push the dark one side into the indentation on the door. It fits perfectly. Aha! Not gonna be food for you today. Ta-da-da-da! This is a fairly attractive, in a baroque way, display cabinet with a glass door. This is a no longer used monastery. The furnishings are in poor condition and the carpet and drapes are faded and threadbare. The symbols of the Dark One makes this an uncomfortable place to be. You don't say. Detect magic? You sense a low level of magic all around you as if many arcane and unpleasant activities have occurred here in the past. The hexapodal wall decoration above the fireplace is actually an enchanted creature. An extremely powerful magic radiates from an object in the display case. This amazingly lifelike sculpture looks like a cross between a baby troll and a hermit of dervish. It fits the description of a domovoi, except it's totally dried out and unmoving. A domovoi? Interesting. I know that word. It is from Russian folklore, but I don't really exactly remember what domovoi is. This terrifying relief depicts some sort of gargoyle or demon head. No matter where you move, you could swear that it's watching you. The bas relief depicts a scarab beetle, sacred to the Shapirians as the keeper of the sun, mostly due to certain unsavory habits having to do with dung balls. Anything else? This carving depicts a cavernous, hungry-looking mouth. Here, 2 bones have been crossed as on a pirate flag. This relief depicts a single huge drop of blood. This relief shows a storm cloud, evidently representing the concept of breath. This is a bas relief image of a heart. If you look out of the corners of your eyes, you can almost see it pulse. This place is making you see all sorts of things, actually. Silesian statues of Domovoi, photographed in the early 20th century. In the Slavic religious tradition, Domovoi, literally household lord, also spelled Domovoy, and known by other local variations of the same term in violent names, is the household god of a given kin. They are deified progenitors, that is to say, the fountainhead ancestors of the kin.
Ah. Fascinating.
It's a 6-tentacled octopus-like creature. I guess you'd call it a hexapod, unless you like cats. Then you might call it a hexapus. The fireplace looks as though it hasn't been used in years. There are no logs on the log holders, and nor is there any sign of ashes or other debris. A long wooden table attests to a time when this room was used to double as a communal dining room for the monks. There's an old threadbare rug on the floor. Like the curtains, it looks like more of a fire hazard than an amenity at this point. The chandeliers have once provided light in this dark, somber room. Now they are crusted over with something you'd rather not investigate closely. They are now quite useless. That alcove looks as though it was put there to hold something very important. Yeah, I noticed it. This carving shows a scorpion ready to sting. Is it the bug that we first found in the first game? The once fine curtains now look moth-eaten and bone dry. Now they are no more than a fire hazard. Are you trying to tell me not to use the fire spell in here? Like hint, hint. Do not use it. I wonder what we can do in here. Can we talk to it? Doesn't say much. Can we greet anybody? Hello? Can I cast Force Bolt on it? You've managed to damage the hexapod slightly. I want to kill it. This is good practice for my spell skills. Although I don't... After you bombard the poor creature for a bit, it dies. Poor Hector. There's no reason to do that. The hexapod isn't even moving. Good. There are some small scratches on the stone underneath this brass log holder. Thoughts up. I mean, if it's not in use, it's gotta be a secret entrance. There is a cold feeling down here that chills your bones and sets the hairs on the nape of your neck on end. There is a musty odor of mold and mildew mingling with the sickeningly sweet smell of decaying flesh. Welcome to your nightmare. Thanks. I always love a good nightmarish cellar. Welcome to your doom. Welcome to your doom. You've seen some pretty ridiculous things in your time, and that's certainly one of them. It's the second most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. These bizarre creatures are only stone carvings.
You hope.
The huge barrel is labeled Cask of Amontillado. This must be the fabled spirit that provided most of the income and fame of the monastic order here. It is rumored to provide strange and mystical visions to those who taste freely of its contents. Also, Amontillado. I think that's a reference to a Edgar Allan Poe story. I think. Above the altar is the sign of the Dark One surrounded by arcane letters. A notch next to the A makes you think that perhaps that is some sort of starting point for the letters. I mean, Fallout 4 has the same thing referenced. So that's why I know it. Not because I know the story, but because of Fallout 4. These dark confines of the recessed alcove hint at the unimaginable horrors. The roll-up desk is spotted with dark and ominous stains. It's a small barrel, perhaps was used for a brandy. The Cask of Amontillado. Yep. Because in Fallout 4 you find a general who has the rare wine bottles of Amontillado next to him, and across him is a wall with an opening in it, and behind that wall is a skeleton inside it. Referencing that story. These bizarre creatures are only stone carvings, you heard. The walls of this creepy place glisten with liquid, as if they were oozing with the blood of ancient sacrifices. It is cold down here, as if all your body warmth was being leached away from you. Can I just not look at the dripping liquid? Apparently not. It's hard to tell with this kind of an icon where I can look where the middle part is. Or where the spot is that I can use to click with. They're pretty much in the middle of the eye. It definitely looks like a torch sconce. And still lit up. That's what's worrying me. Can I use, like, this to gather some of this? That didn't do anything useful. I really don't have any kind of a cup with me. Other than the shopping basket, but I doubt that works. I need a cup. Or a mug. There's a huge book on the altar. The binding looks like stretched human skin with letters and markings written in dried blood. The letters spell out Necrophilicon. Now what could that be? Well, it's not the Necronomicon. Oh, that's it. Something like the Silmarillion of the Love of Death. There's something very, very wrong and dangerous about this book. You don't say. The desk is, naturally, locked. Oh, I could do something about that. A swirling cloud of undoubtedly poisonous gas surrounds the desk for a few seconds after your spell opens it. Then the cloud subsides. Oh, good thing we took a few steps back before casting the spell. You rifle through the Mad Monk's desk and find the diary of Amontillado. Boy, was this guy wacko. Reading this makes your head hurt. However, it does give you some information about the Dark One rituals. It says something about the first ritual being placed within the Mad Monk's tombstone, there to be forever guarded by followers. The second ritual shall be placed in the Stone of Squids, and revealed only by the light of a dead child's soul. The next ritual shall be placed in the hollow of the Hangman's Tree, and guarded by the spirit of the dead which remains there. The blood ritual shall be concealed magically within the monastery, and only he who willingly seeks dark visions shall find it. The mouth ritual shall be placed in the Great Arch itself, under the Dark One's sign. and the heart's ritual shall be given to someone named Gregor for safekeeping. Gregor. There is another note on this page in another's handwriting. Gregor is missing in the forest and probably dead. Yet, where is the heart ritual? Good question. So it's just the same thing all over. Can't even open the drawers. Fine. Well, AVOOZL, Alzuv, Avulz, Avoloz, Alfonso. Do plushies shrink in the wash? Well, if you wash them too warm, it will not really shrink them, but it will do bad stuff to them. If it's in too hot water, you cannot use a laundry machine on them or anything. You gotta hand wash them, but gotta be careful. Lukewarm only. What was that huge investment you talked about earlier? Hey there, good Futsu and Visu. Good evening, host and chat. Good evening, good evening, good evening. The huge investment was me just going crazy with buying more plushies. I couldn't help myself. Don't see a Lamborghini, champagne, or cocaine pile yet. Well, yeah, not yet. Eventually you might. Well... So I take it they're made of pure cotton. Usually they are. Let's see if I have saved it. Well, Sir Hoppington is mostly polyester fiber, and mostly they are. Polyester fiber or not pure cotton. But they can be. But it is usually polyester fiber. Makes them strong, you know. Last a long time. So let's try this book. The huge book on the altar looks fascinating. You could almost swear you saw it move. The title says Necrophilicon. Haven't you heard about this book somewhere? Maybe you should have judged this book by the cover. Anyway, the judgment seems to have gone against you. In fact, they threw the book at you. No, they didn't really... Case and book closed. Yeah, they didn't throw the book at me. They closed the book on me. Because acrylic cotton tends to develop those pills and bits of lint. Pills? What pills are you talking about? Those little balls that come off felt. Ah, those. No, not with these plushies. Not with these plushies. Only a bit of lint, maybe. But even that's rare. Alright, so we now know that this thing exists here. That's downstairs. Can I touch this? It's a really silly looking statue and clearly of no value. It's also much too heavy to carry around with you. Hello? Doesn't say much. Hello? Doesn't say much. Hello? Nobody's listening. Alright. Let's just get out of here. It's too spooky. We'll come back here later once we know how to handle that book. Can I actually take this? You can't budge it. If you want to do anything with the sculpture, you'll have to do it here. It's too heavy for your spell to affect. Okay. So it is an affixed. And a fixed fountainhead or something in there. You retrieve the Dark One's sign from the monastery door, then quickly step away from before the Hectopus can react. We'll return there when we need to. I wonder if I can talk to old man Nikolai. Also, I just saw something that I should get for myself. There's a shovel. It's right next to the door. Igor probably paid very little for his shovel. It looks dirt cheap. But yeah, I saw that shovel there. It's very hard to see, but I just noticed it. I would not ditch my shovel for anyone. You dig me? Dig. I can dig it. The rope is attached to a series of bells hanging under the overhang. Or was that over the underhang? Or maybe around it? Never mind. You greet the old man. Good day, have you seen my Anna? Let's talk to the old man. What's your name?
I'm Nikolai. Have you seen my Anna?
Rumors?
Have you seen my Anna?
Town.
I'm looking for her. Have you seen Anna?
Okay. Bye.
If you see Anna, tell her I'm looking for her.
Poor old guy. Lost his mind totally. Mary had a little lamb, I guess. Why did I come in here? I don't have the key. I mean, there is something that we can do in here. Has Anna become a forest goddess? I don't know. The only thing that I do know is that Anna went missing in the forest and assumed dead. That's about it. That's all we know about Anna. She went to the forest, went missing, presumed dead, and Nicola went crazy. Still wonder if I can get that staff. I'm sure I have a way of getting it. How to staff. The staff feels warm and almost alive in your hand. You hear an eerie voice in your head.
This I must first do. The sacrifice of life for one of love.
You find yourself letting go of the staff very quickly. This I must first do. The sacrifice of life for one of love. It is a clue, my friends, a clue. So one must be sacrificed for love. For us to get that staff. Cool. So what time is it in the game? Noon. No, 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 no. Hey there, Turrican. While, hello there. Not well, while, hello there. So was this the way to the... No, this is something else. Oh, the cemetery. The majestic mountains in the background provide a beautiful contrast to the grim gravestones and crypts of the cemetery. Well, that startled me a little bit. I was not expecting a freaking sun and... hey, usually. Hey, all be silent, please, I'm eating. Everybody make noise. Noise, noise, noise. Make lots of noise so Turrican will be disturbed as he's eating. Because we don't care that you're eating. You might be eating, but I don't care. That's better. Everybody start making all noise, then we will annoy Turrican so he goes away with his food. Nobody wants you here. Get out of here. This gravestone is...
Noise.
No, noise. Not noise. Noise. Cat noise, busy eating. Great, everybody's eating. Maybe I should be eating too. This gravestone is marked. No effort could Alyssa save. She passed into a watery grave. Her body was lost, only her memory remains. Sounds like the Lady of the Lake. Here lies Janos, faithful forever to his lost true love, laid beside her empty grave. Empty grave, huh? Huh. An inscription on the door says, House of Ligeia Poe. May she rest forever. Plenty of old man's beard in that cemetery. Good tinder.
Another visitor. Stay a while. Stay forever.
Well, in this case, rest forever. Two spare coffins await their customers here. Apparently, Igor has finally managed to get ahead of business. Inscription on this headstone reads, Mikhail Med bumped his head in another man's bed. Now he's dead. Rest in peace. This headstone reads, On a dare, Pasha Sperry spent the night in the cemetery. Something gave him such a fright now that he sleeps here every night. Here lies the spirit of Barney Blue. To his lover it was untrue, so she knew just what to do. Fixed herself a Barney stew. Great. Here lies the body of Carrie Nation, who answered a vampire's invitation. Now there's cause for lamentation. It was a fatal recreation. Arcantena walked at night. Arkan saw his final sight. Now the question seems to be, what in the world did Tenna see? That's the only 10 I see. Ha! A heavy stone door seals off the Bargov family crypt. A relief carving on the door shows the crest of the House of Bargov. Okay. The legend on this crypt reads, Tomb of Ligeia. It's filled with this season's earnings. Ha ha! You don't notice anything special here. The gnarly old trunk of this tree looks climbable for one skilled in such pursuits. Nice touch. Lightning hits the gravestone and it starts to bleed. Spooky. Everything's so spooky. A fresh grave has recently been opened here. This dirt has been recently removed from the open grave. Soon it will be back in place covering another unfortunate soul. Those poor unfortunate souls. Scraggly moss hangs over the graveyard. Get the feeling I should be snatching that for myself. Because if you can climb up here, that means that there's something useful here. You didn't manage to fetch anything. Bye-bye. You're gonna destroy the gravestone, so stop it. maybe if I force bolt some of it off. Trigger? It's not a good place to practice my magic, but apparently I can use my magic. I wonder. Can the game be so stupid? Well, it's a Sierra game. Of course it can't be that stupid. La -dee 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 -dee. No. I was hoping him to just fall into the grave. No hurry. They'll put you in one of those in good time. It's happened 4 times already. It doesn't budge. It seemed like it was about to hit me. So let's levitate. Now is not a good time to cast your levitate spell. Oh, come on. I was hoping to levitate to grab some of that moss. Oh, I guess I don't need any red new. So that was the cemetery. Let's go this way. Seems to be something interesting according to the map. Here. We're hearing a kitty cat. The bush looks like a little strange, almost as though it is sitting rather than growing in its place. Hello? You say hello, but there is only silence in return. Goodbye. Anybody else worried a little bit about this situation? Why a cat noise? You hear a giggle from behind the bush. Then a squeaky voice asks,
One and one make 3. Tell me what you make of me. Reading, writing, riddling game. Can you tell me what's my name?
wasn't Leshy the one that likes to do... It's not Rumpelstiltskin. But wasn't Leshy one of the things that we read about that wanted to do riddles? Yep, yeah. The meowing bushes of Moldavia. Yeah. Make a wild guess, but it's Leshy. You tell the creature it's called the Leshy.
That's the prince of too much fame. Now you've gone and guessed my name.
Whoa.
Leshy, Leshy, look and see, in a bush or up a tree. Leshy, Leshy, riddle rhyme, can you solve them every time?
Okay. So I guess he will come back if I return here? Later? Let's go explore more. There's more places to see around here. At least now we know that the Leshy is around. Or a Leshy. Or the Leshy. Whichever you want to say. Eagle friend. Still don't have anything for the eagle friend. I wonder if we can find meat. Somewhere. Like a carcass.
It is so very nice out here though. So peaceful, so quiet, so nice.
No hungry hippos or anything around here. Or hungry rabbits. So what do we find here? Oh! Colorful wagons surround the fire pit in this authentic Moldavian gypsy camp. You've heard that the gypsies like to keep to themselves, and surely they wouldn't mind just one visitor. Nice wolves.
Go away. We allow no strangers in our camp. Leave immediately.
Introduce yourself. Greet. You greet the man and the wolves.
Leave. You are not welcome.
You introduce yourself.
We care not who you are. Just leave.
Can we at least talk? What's your name?
I lose my patience, and soon these wolves will tear your throat.
I'll say goodbye. You say goodbye. The young man just glares at you. Friendly fellow. At least I got points for finding that place, so that's cool. Guess. Gypsies. Let's go back. Let's see if we can actually talk to the guy. Hello, I'm back. Nice wolves. Tell wolves to calm down. You tell the wolves to calm down. They don't seem particularly less agitated. Calm spell? The wolves look much more relaxed now, but they still won't let you through. Wolves? The response is a low growl. Camp? The wolf growls menacingly in response. Maybe another calm spell? Okay. See ya! Eagle! Let's see, what's the next place we can go to? It's far to the south. Well, not too far away. At least close by is gonna be Arena's garden, so we can go back there to sleep for the night. Back when games were special. They are still special today. At least they're special to me. Eagle friend. A fight. Against what?
Another rabbit.
For what the shall we ever do? Gotcha. Rock and roll, baby. Nothing happens. Well, I didn't want anything to happen. Alright. So it's one screen here and then around to the left. And apparently we're going to find something very interesting around here. I should save before we go to the next screen. Where the thing is. Because if this is what I fear it to be, we're gonna see an old friend. Who I am sure is not happy to see us.